All right. Well, so somebody you might have seen in Zero Hedge the article that now, because of more and more data coming out about the shot, the prick, that now a lot of these major firms in the United States have no way of making people take the prick. That major firms are now, and I mean a lot of them, a lot of major firms are now at this stage of not knowing what to do about having workers returning to the office, and that they're basically looking at, fundamentally, if you're like a real big firm like, say, Google is one of these that I think they've changed their tune on having people come back to the office. But that's basically what it's coming down to, is that when you want these people to come back to the office, the whole idea is, okay, so you're going to have to take this shot. So now this is a person that is not entry level, most likely. So this would basically be the people who are your management level. When it comes down to if they're between 30 and 50, there's no reason for them to take the prick unless they are somebody who gets sick rather easily. And that actually now the data is starting to come out that it might be worse for them to take the prick. And so the idea here is that there's all these people who aren't taking the prick because they're so dumb, when what we're seeing is no. These are pretty much the people who are the earners, the earning class of America, the people who are when you ask for the manager, these are the people that they don't want to take the prick. When you're calling up, calling for the regional director now is the person who is holding up, and they're not going to take the prick. And these companies now can't do shit about it. And then beyond that, the other thing is they're probably starting to really think this through, and they're looking, if I was the legal section of some of these companies, and I start looking at a wide variety of judgments that have been coming out and have been rather public on just lots of topics. Imagine this. Some lawyer that wants to make their name as the lawyer that got like $50 million out of Google because they sued Google after somebody took the prick and their heart got all fucked up. And this is somebody who can hire that type of lawyer. Well, that's the point. Now these companies are looking at it as our management level might sue us if we make them take the prick. And they have the money to do it, and we will be out that talent. And so we'll have to find talent in a time when people won't work for people if they're forcing them to take the prick. So these companies are fuckity fuckdo. They're on fucked status. And it's because some Americans didn't buy it. Americans did not buy the fucking prick. Too many of us stayed online, getting the data from Brazil, getting the data from Israel, getting the data from India, and now these major firms are like, okay, we have a problem now. No matter what anybody wants to say, some portion of our most talented people will not take the prick. They won't do it. They will never do it. We will lose talent that we cannot afford to lose. We cannot retrain people to do this stuff. They will take their fucking secrets, and they will take our corporate secrets and leave. And on top of it, they won't just leave. If we make them take the prick, they take it, and if something goes wrong, they sue, leave with our corporate secrets. If if that doesn't happen, they leave with our corporate secrets and hopefully don't resent us. They totally understand how the company runs, how it's built, how everything works, and if they leave because of the prick, the resentment that they'll have over it will be substantial, and we're fucked. And so that's why these companies can't do it. They're now, corporate America is starting to tap out on the international globalist fascist plan. And it's glorious. It's glorious. And the best part of it is to know that there's going to be all sorts of liberal tears over it. Even though, of course, it's going to take them like weeks to know any of this is even happening, because none of them read Zero Hedge, because, you know, liberals are very poorly informed people. But yeah, this is that's it. And I'm really thinking it probably is lawsuits. That these companies now no longer can pretend that somebody will protect them and insulate them from all the lawsuits that would come, and they would be substantial lawsuits. You know, oh yeah, I was, you know, I now have, you know, myocarditis, or I ended up with blood clots. And I, you know, like, imagine, especially because in a lot of these companies, there's a lot of these people, these are women. Women, when they get older, this is a Chinese medicine thing, men have trouble, well, both men and women have trouble with the heart as they get older. Key thing is with women, because of the way that we don't insist on women staying in even remotely good physical condition, we celebrate them getting fat and disgusting, that now one of the problems that people have, that and a lot of women have, is a lot of women are on medications that affect their blood system and affect their heart and their psyche. And nobody really wants to deal with the ramifications of the fact that, like, a lot of drugs have an effect specifically on women's mentality. And so when you get kind of these old crazy bitches, these crazy Karens, a big part of that is possibly medications that have psychic effects. And so just wanted to put that out there. I'm betting here and there's a whole bunch of lawyers that are like, ooh, this woman, you know, women fundamentally, no, if these lawyers aren't stupid. They're looking at the data and they're saying, holy shit, what we're starting to hear about side effects. If some of this goes horribly wrong, all we need is one really, really horrible situation where some woman of childbearing years it goes fucking sterile, or it gives one of the major women in the firm a fucking heart attack. So because you always are trying to advertise that you hire women and give them lots of money in corporate America. Yeah, I mean, even service doesn't matter as much as, but we pay women. So that's one that I'm foreseeing. And I'm like, no. That's probably what's up. Is that imagine what would happen if some of the women at these places started getting all fucked up by the prick. Getting fucked by the prick. Don't get fucked by the prick.